So, Fall Guys just launched. I'm saying just launched. I'm recording this on the 4th of August, which is actually the release date. It came out around 7 hours ago. And I then spent 5 full hours on stream basically waiting for the servers to load. Now, look, it's 2020. These things happened. As they tweeted, we've had more people than we expected, so we're going to need to take the game down for 30 minutes. And that's okay. Except they didn't take the game down for 30 minutes. They then took it down for about 3 hours. Not only that, but after the game was down, this is what the Twitter account then did, right? They went on firstly to boast about the fact that Fall Guys is trending on Twitter. And then, after that, they tweeted, "Oh, it's a bit odd that Twitter and Twitter Gaming isn't following the spiciest new game on the market, wink wink." No! Your game is broken. You should 100% be dedicated to fixing the game. Yeah, I get that it's not the social media guy's responsibility. I get that this person isn't in charge of the servers or anything like that, and what he's trying to do is, I guess, entertain people in the meantime and keep people talking about the game. But that leaves such a bad taste in your mouth. If you've spent £15, $20, whatever it is, on this game, only for it not to work, and for the Twitter account not to apologize about it, but to actually be memeing and being cocky and moaning about the fact that they're not verified yet. I'm genuinely more upset with how they acted on Twitter than the fact that the servers came down. And I wouldn't be even making this video if it was just that the servers were down. But it is something that needs to be said, because I think we're all used to that. It's 2020. We're used to games being botched on launch. But it's not good enough. Just because we're used to it does not mean we should just lay down and accept it. I spent £15 on the game. Other people spent $20 on the game, if you're in America, whatever. Other people got it free on PlayStation Plus. That's fine. You guys can be happy with your free stuff. But, I was close to going for the refund. I decided not to go for the refund, but because firstly, I don't think I actually could, because I'd spent so long waiting for it to work that I'd passed the 2-hour mark where you could refund on Steam. But secondly, I guess it's an indie game. So, I guess supporting them is good and accepting. This happens with AAA titles. If it happens to an indie game, I guess that's not so bad. But they did run a beta with Fall Guys. They've been running a beta all weekend. And they were giving out a lot of keys, but clearly they didn't stress test it. Or at least they didn't stress test it enough. They claimed that there were too many people playing, a lot more people playing than they ever expected to play. And if so, that shows good marketing, which again, I guess we come back to the social media. Clearly it's been working. I personally had never heard of the game until the weekend. And suddenly, after I was first shown it, it was everywhere. It was on Twitter. Streamers were talking about it everywhere. Everyone was talking about it on Twitch, Discord. Everywhere I went, it was Fall Guys this, Fall Guys that, which shows successful marketing. But failure of a launch. You see, the problem is, when I started streaming Fall Guys today, I checked how many viewers were watching the game on Twitch, and it was something like 270,000. It was one of the top games on Twitch. If this went well, this would have been huge. And this is another reason that I don't necessarily want to look at refunds and stuff, is because I think the game may have killed itself today. Yeah, okay. There's going to be a lot of news articles about it. It's going to be, it's going to remain trending. People are going to be complaining about it a lot. And you could argue no publicity is bad publicity and that actually this has helped. But I think today is going to have put a lot of people off of the game. If the launch today went well... Oh, the game is fun, by the way. The game is insanely fun. When it works, it's awesome. There are things that I like about it and things that I don't like about it. I don't like the team games so much. They don't really fit the style of the game. Like the free-for-all games, like Survive for as long as you can, like the hexagon one, the one where you have to stay on the thing as it's turning. They're really cool. Survive the slime as it's raising up. They're really cool because it really puts your skill to the test. Yeah, there's a little bit of luck, but there is a lot of skill involved. But with the team tail one, you can just, even if you have a tail and you have it the whole time and you never lose your tail, you can still lose because your team were bad. And with the egg scramble one, as soon as one team falls behind, the other two teams just get their eggs, and then the game is done. There's no way back from that. I'd suggest a fix for that being prevent players from stealing the eggs from the team that's in last place. But anyways, I digress. It's frustrating that the launch was botched today. I, as a streamer, am tempted to not try to stream the game again because I had an exceptionally bad experience today. There were a lot of high-profile streamers today streaming Fall Guys, XQC, was streaming with like 50,000 viewers at one point when I checked. Then that stream will have turned into him streaming, waiting to find a game for hours on it. And I'm guessing XQC switched over and played something else. Will other streamers give it a chance again tomorrow? I'm going to. I don't know if everyone else will. And it's just a shame. I mean, you've got a big publisher behind this game. You've got a clearly a very good, very fun game. But it went wrong. And I'm very disappointed. But I'm even more so, again, disappointed with how social media handled it. When your game is broken, you shouldn't be cockily boasting about being trending and trying to get verified on Twitter and trying to get Twitter to follow you on Twitter. You should be saying, I'm so sorry. But what we did get was, oh yeah, we had more players than we expected, ha ha ha. So server's gonna be down for 30 minutes, but don't worry, we'll be back as soon as possible. Then the next tweet was, by the way, or a little later, it was, by the way, we've linked this tweet up to the servers, retweet and we'll shake the server and see if we can get it working again. It's such a troll. And like, maybe that was good and it definitely got them popular, but as a streamer and as a fan of the game, this annoyed me a lot. In fact, the latest, most recent tweet they've posted says, "We are currently being review bombed on Steam, sad face. We're working really hard to get running smoothly for so many players. We know it's super frustrating, but if you could hold off from negatively reviewing until you get a chance to play the game, it would really help us out, heart." I get that they're frustrated at people being frustrated, but they haven't used the word sorry on Twitter once. People have spent their hard-earned money on your game, Fall Guys. I get it. Things go wrong. It's not necessarily your fault. But it's not the player's fault either. If they're angry because they've spent money on your game and they can't play, they've got every right to be angry. I really think this is one of those situations where just an apology from yourselves on Twitter would have gone a really long way. But no. Instead, you get a sad face and you're trying to guilt people into helping you. Fall Guys, they bought your game. You should be helping them. The other thing I want to complain about while we're in the flow of things and we're feeling angry is the price of the game. Okay, £15 isn't expensive, but it's also not cheap for what is, I guess at the end of the day, a little party game. Obviously, there's a lot to it. And obviously, it's a price that people are willing to pay. There were a lot of players today. That was the issue. And this is possibly the kicker. Before the servers came back up, they tweeted, or I guess as the servers were coming back up, they tweeted, "We tried to sneakily turn on the servers without overwhelming it, but 100,000 of you flooded in immediately." 100,000 players flooded in. These players presumably all paid £15 for the game. Do the math. This game has made a lot of money. £15 for the game. Again, it's not expensive. It's also not cheap. And there's a microtransaction store in-game. You earn currency by playing. Great. But you can buy currency by spending money. I think the biggest bundle is £40. And you can... Why? This game cost £15. It's an indie game that costs £15. Why are there microtransactions? They don't need to be there. So I'm going to just dial this back for one moment. In conclusion, I'm not angry that the game had server issues. It happens. It's not good. We shouldn't really accept it as fans of video games, but it happens in 2020. If that was the only issue, I would have let that slide. But that, plus the social media trolling people that had spent their hard-earned money. £15 is a lot of money for some people to pay on a game. The social media account trolling them, that leaves a bad taste. And in the game, as if spending £15 and then the game not working for the first 5 hours wasn't good enough, there's microtransactions. If you want to get the cool skins, you bet you're gonna have to buy them. I get it. It's business for making money, but this is too much. In my opinion, there is one way they can make this better, and that is by offering players that were inconvenienced by the fact they couldn't play on launch day a bunch of currency. That is a solution. It doesn't fix the problem, but it would at least sweeten the taste left in my mouth and in the mouth of the other streamers and players that wanted to play this on launch day. Right, I'm gonna go calm down now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on stream. Have a good one.